Welcome back to the Soul Food Podcast. I'm Michael Vakelic.
And I'm Shannon Meyer. Together we share insights and conversations to help you cultivate joy, peace, and prosperity while unlocking your limitless potential.
Yes, get ready for a transformative journey filled with laughter, strategies, and lively discussions that will inspire you to thrive in every area of your life.
Hello, Michael.
Yeehaw!
Yeah, that's very American. Nice.
Hello, Jeannette. And how are you today?
Very, very good.
Yeah,
With
that's
the
good.
beautiful weather,
I
sun
think I just made you
shining.
blush a little bit.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
well, yeah, it's spring, isn't it? Beautiful
Yes.
weather,
Mm.
sunshine, getting warmer.
Oh,
I
yes,
know I
absolutely.
was out there too. It's great. It's
Mm.
so great to get back outside after winter.
Hmm.
Mhm. Yeah.
Then into the garden. Yeah. So having some sun. Yeah, very important.
Good, good. You're still swimming every day?
Mm-hmm. Well,
Good for
almost
you.
every day, not every day. Yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
almost every day. And we'll
It's so
continue.
it moving the body is so important. That's another big piece of maintaining your health, right?
Oh, yes. And your center.
Yes, physical, mental, both.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because you create these beautiful endorphins. See, and that's what makes me say, yeah.
Yeah. That's because you're fresh out of the gym, because you're in the morning. I was in the morning, but it's for me already afternoon. So
Yeah. Okay.
you're
Yes,
fresh.
you have a long day already. Yes, it's like evening for you. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes, yes.
Well, we don't want to keep you up. Let's see. All right. So
Mhm.
I had a very great weekend. I was involved. I want to share something here with you.
Mhm.
I was involved in an event where there were like 100 different vendors,
Very well.
all different walks of life. It was really great. It was fun. I met a lot of people, and um, I'm setting myself up to do more speaking events. That is
Mhm.
really important to me. I want to share this wisdom I have with the world.
Well
Absolutely.
done. I think
And
they
you
deserve
gotta you
it.
gotta hit them with it.
Yeah.
Wake up. Let's go.
I think everyone deserves that. I mean, not the hitting, but to know more, to
Yes, but it's
more
it's
about
so
it.
important because we've never been taught most of these things,
No,
right?
no.
I'm having conversations with all kinds of people, right? I mean, and they're city and there were politicians, representatives for different politicians there. There were organizations that work with seniors there. There were financial institutions. There are all kinds of different um, walks of life. The Veterans Administration was there. So, and here we are, right? We've been learning this for quite some time.
Mhm.
So we're well versed. And when I get tossed out there into a group or, this huge event and all the different people, and when I start interacting, I'm surprised. Wait a minute, you guys don't get it. So, I mean, and that's okay. It's okay. They just don't know yet, right?
Mhm.
They don't know that when you say something about yourself or you say something about your life or you say something about others, you're creating
Mm.
this energy, you're putting this energy out there.
Yes,
Do you do you agree with that?
I 100% agree. Yes, you are, whatever you talk or think about, you are putting energy on it. So if you are against something, you don't feel okay, but you are talking about that a lot, you're energizing it.
Hmm. Yeah. So, it's so much better to say because it's hard for me to like draw. Um, I don't want to say anything bad about anyone because I,
No.
I don't want to judge their journey. I mean, because I obviously have taken quite a long time to learn what I've learned, right?
Mhm.
And I can remember, days I was smoking and drinking and yeah, man, I'm just a tough guy. Yeah.
Yes.
all these
Yeah.
things, right? And I'm very grateful for the changes that have happened, but I was just surprised to hear everyone. And so you gently plant seeds wherever you go.
Yes,
You
I
just
love that.
keep planting those seeds. And when you realize how amazingly powerful you are, and how every word, every emotion, every thought you have is playing into your life and what you're experiencing. And sometimes I still have difficulty. I mean, um, the best thing for me to do when this happens, and I would love for you to share too, when you feel a little off,
Mm-hmm.
I whip out my gratitude file
Mm-hmm.
and I just start going down the list. I mean, and if I'm in the car, we've talked about, how people can drive sometimes, how things can happen, because you're out there with millions of people on the road and um, how you can just break into this gratitude. Just start being grateful for everything and it shifts your energy completely. So,
Yes, and that's a big change. As soon as
yeah,
you tap into the heart, so being grateful for things you're seeing around you, for people you have around you, and for situations, no, you have. It's very important. Me, when I get negative, I observe my thoughts and realize them, recognize them, and say, okay, this comes because of this feeling, or because this comes because of this emotion. You feel like this because of this, so just change it. No, I say, I speak to myself, and really, I place the focus somewhere else, for instance, into gratefulness, and mindset changes, and everything changes.
right, right. It's very important to um, be very aware of it. That's the
Mm,
whole first step always, right?
yeah.
Whenever you're feeling off, oh, what's happening here?
Mm-hmm. Why am I feeling this like this? Because I heard this before, and this is making me sad. And then, no, no, but this is not for you to be sad because I don't know. So don't just think of something else, feel something else, and know that you heard that, but not necessarily it's true. And other things. So just change it. And I change it.
Yes, it's amazing what the mind will do, right? I was just talking with someone, one of the conversations we had at the event. I was
Mm-hmm.
talking with one of the groups. They were saying how they were focused on all this good stuff and everything was going really good. And then, one day they wake up and they're thinking about all these bad things, oh, if they were using a specific example and
Yeah.
then all of a sudden it turned ugly. And I tried to explain in a way that they can understand, this is the mind. This is the
Mm,
mind. The mind sees everything as polarity, right?
mm,
It polarizes your thought. So you can picture it like a pendulum. Okay.
mm-hmm.
Yes, you can swing it all the way out there, all these good things, all these good things, all these good things, but then it comes back again, and oh, here we are back in all these bad things. It's just what the mind does. So when we can have that heart awareness, feel more, think less, and tune into your heart, tune into what's really important.
Mm-hmm.
Love, compassion,
Mm-hmm.
acceptance, of where you are in any given moment, of other people and who they are. So it comes from a place. I always say is love is how I get out of the mind. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. And
Yes.
if I'm
100%.
really in the mind, gratitude will shift
Mm-hmm.
my
Mm-hmm.
energy when I'm thinking too much. So,
Yes.
I mean, because
Yeah.
people will say, just release this, just let it go, let it go.
No, no, it's not like that.
Sometimes that doesn't work.
No, no, it's really realizing what you're thinking, why, and from where it comes, and then you can change it because you know from where it comes.
Right.
Yesterday I was co-creating, a conversation with when someone, Marie, and she was mentioning it was very nice to see it physically. She was mentioning we live when we are in the mind, we are in polarity, so the extremes, no, the right and the left hand side. But when you
Yeah.
go into the heart, you center,
Hmm.
no, so there's no polarity anymore, and
Right.
and nothing is wrong, and nothing is right. Everything is what it is in the same place. Yeah.
Creating from that space is very powerful. So, um, you could even say that when the mind thinks in terms of good or bad, I mean, I've learned that everything in life, whether it feels good or feels bad, or whether you perceive it as good or bad, it's all good for you. You're
Mm-hmm.
always
Mm-hmm.
learning, you're always growing, you're
Yeah.
always evolving, you're always awakening, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can make it easy or you can make it really hard.
Yes. Can
But
make it simple or you can make
yeah,
it complicated. Yeah.
right, right, right. So the more we feel today, and I believe this, it's become easier and easier for me to just feel into
Mm-hmm.
what it is I want to experience without any attachment,
Yeah.
without any judgment. Even good and bad is a judgment.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it's a
That's the mind
polarity.
judging. Right.
It's polarity.
Right. Hmm.
Yeah. But
So
one thing that it's that we spoke about, and for me that I've been reading a book from Greg Braden that I love, and
Greg
it's about
Braden.
yeah,
Yeah.
Braden.
Yeah.
It's about
Yeah.
beliefs, no, and
Yeah.
it's and it totally resonates with me and with what we've been talking and what you talk about, Michael. So that's why it resonates so much, and it's what I see, no, in my experience in life. So we have beliefs, and our beliefs are reinforced by our thoughts. And as you were saying before, when our thoughts may create beliefs, or the beliefs may create thoughts. But through our emotions, emotions are the energy we give to those thoughts,
Right.
and the feelings are the creation. So if we have certain beliefs in which we are nurturing through thoughts, emotion, and feelings, we are actually creating what's around us. No? So it's
Yeah.
really important to know the beliefs we have and to
Oh, yes.
recognize or identify them.
And I don't know if you agree with this, but I would say that most of the beliefs that, they're given to us by how we're raised,
Mm-hmm.
through our significant parenting people
Yeah.
and society. And when you're in school, all your friends, all the children on the block, all the kids, or we used to call just kids, friends on the block that I used to play baseball with. And I mean, so many different things, and they all carry their own, and we're all interacting. So we build this belief system based upon this is what I love to work on with people.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes.
Most of the belief system they have is all from past societal information. It's
Mm-hmm.
handed down generation after generation, and most of it, it's not true.
And most of it
And
is
then
not
your
true.
experiences will have, I mean, your mind makes judgments
Mm-hmm.
and judgments about yourself, assumptions about yourself based upon your experience as a child and what's going on around you.
Mm-hmm.
So that adds to the belief system. And so much of it is so tilted. It's just not correct. So I think it's very important for us to become aware of what is what is the real truth. What is it? I mean, why are we really here? What are we doing? Why do we keep engaging? Do you think that the way the world is going, is it sustainable?
No, not at all. Mm-mm.
I think we're, you know, as we were talking again today, we were talking a little bit
Mm-hmm.
about how people, I mean, my family is planting a lot of our own food. I mean, it's
Mm-hmm.
just part of, I think it's healthy. I think it's very healthy,
Yeah.
right? I
Yes,
mean,
and yes.
it's not mass produced. It's these are things you really love and you can plant them in your own yard.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I'm kind of getting off on a tangent. I understand.
And
But um, I believe so many things need to change
mm-hmm.
in order to sustain humanity,
Yeah.
in order to sustain this world, our oceans, our land and sea and air and all of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And humanity. I mean, um, I have you ever heard of the Course in Miracles?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I read it. In the
Yes,
course
me
of
too.
love, yes.
Me too. I think it's filled with great information. Again, it's written a little bit older, so some can be misinterpreted.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I've also read or studied, the Bible when I was younger, so a lot of that is misinterpreted.
Yeah.
But it's so important to know that everyone in your life, every person you interact with is a holy encounter. It's a sacred encounter. This is a So when you can see even the people that trigger you, upset you, it's a sacred encounter. You're being taught something beautiful from that relationship.
Yeah.
So,
The masters.
right.
They are masters. Yeah.
And so there's a big shift that I think is happening in so many ways. Mindset, um, living more from our hearts
Mm-hmm. A lot
and
more.
being compassionate and understanding with people, accepting eh, um, instead of judging and condemning. Okay. Um, and realizing that most of the time when how we see someone, the course talks about this. How we see someone is how we see ourselves,
That depends on you, how you see yourself. Yeah.
right?
That's why,
Because
yeah.
yeah,
That's why when someone criticizes you or pushes you down, it's because they themselves are not feeling well. It's not that they're doing it to you. They're there because they don't feel okay.
right, right.
Mm.
So yeah, the course talks about as you see a person, you see yourself. As you treat a person, you treat yourself. Because
Mm.
we come back to this whole thing where we're all connected again.
Yeah, yeah. And we were talking about the gardens and everything. And I go back into if you change yourself, you change everything, no? So
Yes.
from within to without. And for instance, you can plant in a community, we can plant trees, fruit trees, and everyone could be able to eat those fruits. Why don't we have those in the parks? No, I remember in Venezuela we had mango trees everywhere, or many different types of fruits, and people were taking them in the street, you know? And
Yeah.
then that's something we can all do. We can plant a little tree somewhere, and then it's just a sharing with the community. But it depends on us. We don't have to rely on politicians to do certain things. We can do them ourselves. And so the same, we don't have to rely on anyone outside ourselves to change ourselves.
Yes. It's so important and so empowering. But this goes back to these are the patterns and things that I believe really need to change. I mean,
Mm.
if you really look at society, and I'm not going to say this from a judgmental place or from a harsh or resentful place, but the politicians and people making decisions, I mean, uh, if they really represent the people, it's a great thing. Okay. But I believe that so many people are making decisions for you. The people themselves have been disempowered, and many of them are fine living that way.
Yeah.
It's not my concern. I let somebody else take care of it. I always used to joke, it's like herds of people and there's someone leading them around. It's
Mm,
and each one of us have the ability to start stepping up and
mhm.
changing our entire way of seeing the world and ourselves. So,
Yes,
and it's very important.
yes. So there we go again to the beliefs. So important for us to know what we're believing in. So in this type of this, the ones that are believing on an outside person to correct their lives, they have a belief, and it's nice to know which belief they have for themselves to change it, because it's not going to happen. They have to do it by themselves. And another thing that came into my mind when you were talking about beliefs, it's also always said to us that we can break the generational um,
Pattern of thought or behavior, or
yes, no, and it's because, like you were saying, we have beliefs we have inherited from grandparents, all the way back, not because of their experience and everything. So, really, when we look into our beliefs and see that we have those and understand those aren't ours, we're able to change and liberate ourselves from that, and also all our ancestors, because at the end
yes.
we are closing it, we are getting rid of it, because we realize something they didn't, and it's an energy that flows everywhere.
And it's so incredibly beautiful because it starts changing your future generations too.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
But yes,
100%.
you heal generations past
Mm-hmm.
and you're healing generations forward.
Yes.
It's an amazing thing, but becoming aware of it because I don't know. I think most people don't question it. Okay.
No.
But and when I started questioning it, it was a long time ago. I started wondering, wait a minute, this doesn't make sense. I would be sitting in church and what did you say? I don't know, but I think some people are just put here to be the pattern breaker, the wisdom
Mm-hmm.
awakening people or whatever you want to call them, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I have a bunch of different ideas, curse breaker. I mean, I have a lot of different ideas, but and some people can be chosen to do this if you have the pure heart and I mean, what you're doing is changing the world, Jeanette. So
Like you.
it's it's really important that people start questioning and some people don't. They feel so disempowered and so lost, and I think it causes a whole host of problems. I mean, hopelessness, depression,
Mm.
discouragement. I mean, they don't understand how powerful they are.
Yeah. Yeah. They're caught up in a loop that continues being nurtured by the way they believe and they behave and what they are told and all those things, until one day hopefully it breaks, and then they're born out of this loop. But yes, it depends on them, on what happens to them, and on their timings, and so many things that people, I've been there, so not in depression, all those things, but with believing certain things
Yeah,
and being told otherwise. But until I
yeah,
didn't see it myself, I just didn't listen to it.
yeah, right. Um, I understand that. I really do. There are some people who get friends of mine,
Mhm.
good friends that I've known since I was quite young. What I teach, how I teach it, it's it's ultimate truth. It doesn't, they have this image of, say, just one example. They have an image of God as a man with a long white beard, and
Yeah.
he's up there controlling everything, right? And I give them a new perspective, and the family got so upset they won't talk to me at all anymore.
Mm.
Don't come to my house. Don't talk to me. Okay.
Yeah. Well, they're not
That's
ready.
but some people don't want to change.
Yeah,
They
they're not
don't.
ready.
But you're still planting the seed, and I'm still happy to do that. You're still
Mm-hmm.
planting the seed, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're
Always
planting the seed for
with
them to
love.
hopefully see it differently at some point.
Yes. And
It
and
just,
and yeah, and you're happy you planted the seed, and one day they see it, and one day they recognize the seed you've planted. Or maybe not, but it's okay. There's a seed.
well, I think, as we said in the beginning, what you're expressing, when you change your beliefs and you change your awareness and you change what you express to the world with emotion, with a
Mm-hmm.
different emotion, with gratitude and love and joy and compassion and all these beautiful ways to express this new wisdom. I believe it is changing things. Um, and maybe the people who aren't accepting of it are just scared. They're
Yeah,
scared. I mean,
there's
they've
always
believed
fear.
this for so long,
Mm-hmm.
it's very hard for them to believe something else.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it's normal. It's the fear of the mind to let go of where they think they are safe. No?
Have you ever, I'm sure you have, and we only have a
Mm-hmm.
few minutes, but
Yeah, 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 yeah. So I have.
have you ever heard how we actually came into physical being? Well, the story of how we actually separated or think we separated from God to come into being a physical. Have you
No,
heard this?
no, I don't think so. I've heard many, but I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's very old wisdom, and
Mm-hmm.
there are several different. There's Upanishads and Vedantas. I mean, it's beautiful old wisdom that's been handed down. Uh, Small groups of ancient wisdom, and they pass it down um, generation to generation. And it's a different way of understanding how okay, the mind is what believes that we're separated
Yeah.
from, okay?
Yeah.
And it, the theory is once here we are, we're omniscient, omnipresent, we are in spirit, right? We're not in any physical form.
Mm-hmm.
And we wonder, what would it be like to experience this place or this or that? And this is how the mind was formed, and how the mind is what creates the physical experience
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
repeating itself.
Yeah. True.
Now, have you ever heard that from any of the
Mm-hmm.
teachings?
Mm-hmm.
It is the physical mind that keeps this
Yeah.
going.
It's from here that we generate everything, from the mind that
The
we
mind sees
project.
everything as separate, and
Yeah.
you're separate from me.
Yeah.
This is a lamp. This is hey, I have an apple here,
Yeah.
and it's all God.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And we are in this. We all are part of God to experience um all this, all everything we have around, but it's everything to the same source. It's yeah, what I heard.
This is why the mind has such a drastic effect. What we think, what we believe,
Mm.
how we feel every day. The mind is really, you know, controlling how you feel, what you think, all of this, right? And it's also controlling what you experience here because we created this separate
Yeah.
experience that the mind believes is separate. So here we are.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so when you start shifting your thought and belief and emotion, you start shifting your life. Oh, look at that. And
Yes.
the more you can let go of all these thoughts, as we said in the beginning, the more you let go of that be in your heart, you reconnect again with the whole of everything that is.
Mm-hmm. And that's when you, yeah,
Amazing.
and that's when you co-create because what's outside, it's inside. We are one and the same. So you are co-creating with this energy that it's you inside and it's outside of you. So it's a co-creation.
How beautiful is that?
It's beautiful. It's
That is
beautiful.
the place. I can't describe it enough. I mean, from a guy who was an engineer who had all these horrible thoughts about people and things and my experience in childhood, all these things, right? And now to be in this place
Mhm.
where,
Mhm.
wow, I mean, I can come from my heart. It's peaceful. I know when I let my mind get carried away because my emotions just start going like this all over.
Yes.
It's the old Mike.
Yes. Yes. It's totally different, eh? It's incredible because
It
yes,
is.
the emotions are all like a whirlpool, and there's feelings, and it's an up and downs, and so many things that once you live from the inside out, it's calmness, peace, respect, love, value, so many things, patience, trust, no,
And you can still go
liberation,
out and have
and
a good time. I mean,
yeah, yeah, no, no, no,
you
still.
can travel, you can explore, you can adventure, you
Yes,
can,
but you
yeah,
live it
grab your
more.
soul tribe.
Yeah, yes, and but you live it more in presence. You live it fully.
Yes, I I feel it more.
Yeah,
It's more of
fully.
a whole feeling. It's a different
Mm-hmm.
feeling. The whole experience is a different feeling.
Yes, lighter.
And what I really feel
Mm-hmm.
for me
Mm-hmm.
is love. The
Yes,
love is just like radiating. It's
yes.
all love. It's like, oh wow, I mean, when I can really experience eating an apple
Mm-hmm.
or looking at your face
Mm-hmm.
or going for a walk and looking at nature or a
Yes.
neighbor or whatever and just be there.
Mm-hmm.
It's just this love is bursting from
Yes.
inside you. It is so amazing. It's
Yes.
Okay, I'm at a loss for words now.
Yes, it's magical. It's
Um,
magical. There's no
it
words.
is it is
Liberation,
magical.
peace, everything is so it's beyond any word.
Yeah. So if you ever get caught up in your head,
Mm.
if you ever get caught up thinking about all those thoughts that have you feeling awful, my recommendation is don't judge yourself.
Mm-mm.
Don't judge it. It's like, okay, um, accept it and start feeling the gratitude for what you are showing yourself.
Yes, that's
So,
amazing. Yes, be thankful, be grateful that you're seeing it, that you're
yeah,
you're you're being shown. Yes.
it's it's an opportunity to release it, to get out of your head
Mm-hmm.
and start seeing things differently. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I have to
Beautiful.
remind myself still to this day. I
Yeah,
have to. There
especially
are
when we're
times,
in it. Yeah.
yeah, there are times when it's very difficult. Michael,
Yeah, get out of your head and get out of this endless loop.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And being an entrepreneur, that can
Hmm.
happen pretty,
Mhm. A
you're
lot.
there by yourself a lot,
Yeah.
doing your work.
Yeah.
So thank you, my dear.
Thank you, Michael. I love you. Thanks so much.
Yeah,
Thanks so
thank
much.
you. Hmm. I hope our people enjoyed it. Really, you know.
Yes, comments are always welcome,
Yes, absolutely.
and engagement, and also invitation. If you want to join us, just send us a message. Comment on the comments box in the YouTube, or if you have LinkedIn and you saw our poster, so just comment there and join us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I the more the merrier that I do.
Mhm. Thank you. Bye bye.
Okay. Bye.
Bye bye.